Create funnier jokes about you. Tip 9. Make funny jokes funnier series. In this comedy writing blogcast, Create Funnier Jokes About You, I'll show why making yourself the subject of your jokes and stand-up comedy routines helps you write funnier jokes and improves the quality of the audience response. Table of contents. Make funny jokes funnier series. Includes your reactions. More authentic and funnier jokes. Builds your comedic character. Audiences empathize. The interesting phenomenon is that those jokes are often phrased as if the person making the observation isn't involved. Since you're the one identifying what's funny, include yourself in the joke or routine. When a joke is written in third person, there's a detachment that occurs because you're talking about something out there. Whereas when you're involved in the experience, it changes how the audience perceives and responds to you. An audience lives vicariously through the jokes and routines, not just the wording, but also through how you respond to the situations and circumstances of the story. Even one-liner jokes are mini stories, and the audience takes their cue from the comedian's reactions on how to respond. This means part of the humor is in how you emotionally respond to the happenings within the joke or routine. It's much easier to respond to these events when the joke is written with you being involved. Here are several reasons to write funnier jokes about you. Includes your reactions. My student Vicky L. had written a joke about older women lying about their age. Here it is. I've met some older ladies who'd say they were only 39. No laugh. Maybe their boobs are size 39. Laugh. 39 long, bigger laugh. This got good laughs. I suggested she rephrase the joke about her own plight in her senior years. Well, here it is. I'm 39. Laugh. Okay, that's my boob size. Bigger laugh. 39 long. Huge laugh. When Vicky made this joke about herself, the wording became much shorter. It also added the elements of making fun of herself, the crisis of dealing with her changing body, and the embarrassment. All of these enhanced the delivery of the joke. Essentially, the same joke got twice the volume of laughter. The audience wasn't just laughing at the joke, they were laughing at her reactions. Crowd work isn't magic. It's a skill. I'll teach you how to connect with your audience in real time. Join my weekly crowd work sessions at gregdeancomedy.com. More authentic and funnier jokes. The next example of how to write funnier jokes comes from my student Algernon Perry, a black guy who lived in South Central Los Angeles. At first, he wrote this joke with general wording. Everybody in my neighborhood knows the worst gang members roaming the streets are the badasses wearing the color blue, the LAPD. He's talking about everybody and gang members and badasses. He'd left out the most important person's response to living in a dangerous part of town. His own. When I suggest he make the joke about how he felt, here's the result. In the hood, I'm terrified of the ruthless gang in blue. The LAPD. Again, the wording is more precise, and it's clearly a believable joke about the fact that he's more afraid of the police than the Crips. It's not just funny, it's culture-bearing. Builds your comedic character. Audiences not only want to laugh, but they also want to get to know you. The more they laugh, the more they like you. They get to hang with a funny person and they crave more involvement. They do this by getting to know you as the person you present on stage. This is your comic character. It's not a character per se, but rather a person with characteristics they laugh at. This comic character emanates from a consistent series of values and beliefs. We're all a product of our values and beliefs. For instance, you value comedy enough to spend your time listening to this blogcast. It furthers your understanding of something you're drawn to. The audience learns about these values and beliefs through your stand-up comedy material and by your opinions and emotional responses to the circumstances of your jokes and routines. When you write funnier jokes about you, you're giving the audience the opportunity to glimpse into your view of the world. When this view consistently reveals your perspective through humor, this creates a comic character. You have one thing no one else in the world has: your life experiences and comedic take on the world we all live in. When you make your comedy material about you, the audience gets to live a bit of your values and beliefs through laughter. Audiences empathize. To empathize with someone means you understand and share the feelings and emotions of another person. Empathy involves putting yourself in someone else's situation and perceiving the world from their perspective. When the comedy material is about you, the audience gains a deeper understanding of your experiences and feelings. The audience feels a sense of compassion and connection. Even if they've never dealt with the specific situations in your jokes, they can generalize to understand the crisis of something not within their control, like aging, or how exhausting it is to live in fear of those who should protect us. They find their own version of these experiences. They feel your pain and are glad they are not you. I'm not suggesting you make every single joke about you. If it's not true or can't be true, then don't force it. Yet, when you bring the audience into your world, they will love you for it. In this joke and routine writing blogcast, you've discovered comedy material can be made funnier by including your responses, increasing authenticity, revealing your comic character, and enhancing audience empathy. These specifics can make your jokes and comedy routines funnier. Previously in this series, how to write funnier jokes, you've learned. Tip 1, short setups and punchlines. Tip 2, end punchlines with a reveal. Tip 3, K-words to improve punchlines. Tip 4, localize comedy routines. Tip 5, strong punchlines are negative. Tip 6, put puns in the setups. Tip 7, eliminate comics cliches. Tip 8, exciting specifics make jokes funnier. In the next stand-up comedy routine writing blogcast, Tip 10, act out funny stories, I'll show how turning jokes into scene work can make them funnier. Because for the audience, it's as if they're happening in the present.